So today we're going to look at some options for storing our coxswain equipment, in this case speed coaches, or really any coxswain equipment that you got that you want to keep dry. We went ahead and ordered this Pelican case off of Amazon for about $100. Just pop these latches open here. And inside what it comes with is just this foam backing, some instructions, care instructions, how to take care of this rubber O-ring in here to keep all the water out, and product information. This one actually is locking and comes with these little keys to lock our latches if we wanted to. And we'll just go ahead and remove all the foam right out of here. So we just have a plain plastic case. You can also order these sometimes a little bit cheaper without the foam. Save a little bit of money there. And then what we've gone and done is just mounted these little speed coach holders or stroke coach holders from NK. They're about $5 each. Right to this board using number 8 screws, stainless steel, about 3/4 inch long. You can see how they poke through the back there. This little piece of wood was just coated with epoxy to waterproof it. This is a really cheap way to do it, but it was kind of a quick and easy way for us to do it. You could definitely make this look a lot nicer. We'll end up just anchoring it right in there with a few screws going through the case and then siliconing them to glue them in place and keep all the water out. So to look at what we would do to anchor it, we just add a few little strips here that we'll coat in epoxy to waterproof them. That'll space our screws and everything and give some material for the screws to bite in that come through the case. We'll lay it in there, get our holes pre-drilled, and go from there. So we've got our 5/32 drill bit. We can just evenly mark off 3 spots along this case that we'd like to drill out. Now that we've got our holes pre-drilled, we're going to also want our screws to sit a little bit lower. They've got these countersunk heads on them. So we'll go ahead and countersink these holes just to make room for the screw to fit flush on the case. So we'll use a little bit bigger bit in reverse since we don't have a true countersinking bit, which would be ideal. So we use our 5/32 to pre-drill. Now we're going to go ahead and use this 1/4 inch bit in reverse to give a little space for the heads to sit inside the plastic case. Now that we've got all our holes countersunk, we'll go ahead and just put a little bit of silicone in each one. That way that when we put our screws in, we won't allow any water to get through the case once it is sealed. It'll still be waterproof after we're all done with it. So we'll go ahead and take some screws here and just get them started into the case, not all the way through, but just enough so they'll hold themselves in place when we open up the lid and get our wood plate with all our speed coach holders in place there. So we can see our screws are just barely poking through there. We'll get this lined up in place where we want it to go. Go ahead and spin it around and apply a little bit of pressure there. We'll start each screw on in. And so I'm not going too tight because I don't want to actually split this case. And also, if you feel that the board moves away as you're trying to screw into it, you can always just reverse it like I did and then push the board back in and it'll re-bite and pull the board a little bit closer to the edge of the case. So we're not trying to make it super tight, and if we feel that we're tightening it, it's getting a little too tight, we'll back off so there's not too much tension built up in here. That way if someone drops the case, we won't have a crack or a split that runs out from the screw hole. So they're not really under a lot of tension. It's just enough to hold that board in place where we want it to be. We'll go ahead and get a rag, wipe off the excess silicone there. And there is the first half of our speed coach case or stroke coach case. So they all line up nice and pretty. And so with the dimensions of this case, we're going to have 8 up top, 8 on the bottom, so that'll be 16 total stroke coaches, and we'll just be using stroke coaches and speed coach CoxBox minis instead of the regular CoxBox. So that's kind of our setup for our team. And we'll go ahead and get the bottom done, and then our case will be complete. And so this is our completed case. We might add something here later on to hold all these strings together so they can be stored kind of neatly around something in there. But we've got 16 spots for stroke coaches, and still waterproof. Even though we've got our screws going through here, we siliconed them all in, so it's still a waterproof case. We can latch it. We've got our little key here where we can lock the case. And so if you're at a regatta or you're worried about it, you can just go ahead and lock the case. Don't have to worry about someone grabbing any of the stroke coaches out there, or even if you're just trying to control with rowers and coxswains coming in and out around your rowing site, that everything gets put back away, or maybe they're not supposed to use it a certain day, so you can lock the case when they're not supposed to be using it. It's a nice waterproof case. It's lightweight, and it's probably one of the cheapest, neatest ways to go for keeping all your coxswain equipment safe, dry, and in a nice, organized way. And if you have any questions while you're trying to build one of these, go ahead and feel free to contact us on the website, or leave us a comment on YouTube in the comment section right below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more helpful tips and tricks when it comes to coxswain equipment and all other sorts of rowing needs. Thanks for watching, and good luck.